Hello to all. Today, 14 April 2011. Let's have a look at what's happening. You see how easy it is for nuclear cooperation and all of those who work together with them to play with the words. They play with words to tell us what we should believe. For example, Fukushima power plant explosion were just hydrogen explosion. So nothing compared to Chernobyl. Chernobyl, we all know that the reactor exploded when it was in full power. So yes, obviously it's bad. So, to compare with Fukushima, just small hydrogen explosion. Release of radiation since 3 weeks, but not that much at Chernobyl. You see how we can play with words to make everything seems not so dangerous. How come all the nuclear corporations say that it's not dangerous? And how come everybody in the world think it's dangerous? How come people have died after Chernobyl if it's not dangerous? Simple question. So it's very easy now to play with the word in media, in a report, and then try to make everybody believe that yes, it's not that big accident. And meantime, everybody should forget how close we were from a reactor explosion. How close were we? We were that close. That close. You have not forget it. That's happened 3 weeks ago. You cannot have forget this. How close were we from a reactor explosion here at Fukushima? So, okay, you have the right to tell me, yes, Alex, it's true, but it didn't happen. But so me, I have the right to tell you, yes, it didn't happen. But what if the reactor at Fukushima had exploded? Because it's a possibility. When everything's blow around a nuclear reactor, you cannot tell me that the possibility of a reactor explosion is not possible. So we were that close of the explosion of a nuclear reactor, few of them. It didn't happen. So now have we the right to say, look, finally everything is okay? Yesterday, 13 April 2011, 1 month after the catastrophe, after the flash information that I share with you, what did they say about the cooling system, the restoring the cooling system who will take months? The guy who announced this said it clearly 1 month after. We can't never think about stop pour water to this reactor until we have a cooling system restored. So they're still pouring water on this reactor, so creating vapor, radioactive vapor, and water going out or in a trench or in container or in the ocean. Well, anyway, radioactive things are still going on. They said it clearly yesterday, 1 month after. We cannot even imagine to stop pouring water on this reactor until the cooling system will be restored. Because if we stop pouring water, the core will melt. They said it yesterday, 1 month after. So they, they admit it. They don't lie that much. Maybe they don't say everything in the full pictures, but they still send some message that you have to translate. If we stop to pour water, the reactor will melt, and the catastrophe, the nuclear catastrophe, will be again worse than what it is. So we are still under the threat. We went that close of multi-explosion of the core, and now we are still that close to a full meltdown. It's all depending on fresh water that we are pouring on the top of the reactor. I remind you, pouring fresh water on the top of a nuclear reactor. This is what our lives depends on. Okay, so they are working. They will, in 10 years, they will have found a solution. That's good. But words, playing with words, because those who try to make a report, expert report. Read the report. It's just, when you read the report, it looks like a children made this report. Basic stuff. We see water around the nuclear number 2. We see water around nuclear number 4. Blah 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 blah. So come on, this sort of report we can do them by ourselves without even to go there. But you see how it is easy now to play with words. A small hydrogen explosion, only 10% of the radioactivity from Chernobyl, stuff like that, to make everybody minimize all of this. Never remind the people how close we were from a reactor explosion. Never remind the people that if we stop to pour water today, 1 month after, we are going to have a total meltdown of 4 reactors. We will unchain the meltdown of numerous others, because this area is, as everybody knows, full of nuclear reactors. Never remind this to the people. I'm sure now the world has take conscience, people in the world, more than last month or last year. The more people will take conscience of this, the better it will be. I am not stupid. I know this will not stop in 1 week from now. I mean, all these nuclear things. But the more people will open their mind about this, and the more chance we're going to have in the future to go into safer energy. Safer energy. And I know we are on the way to this safer energy program. It will take years, but the children of our children maybe they can benefit, and they can benefit nothing special. Maybe they will just have the right to live in a non-radioactive world. So they can play with the words. That doesn't matter for me. I still keep my eyes open, and I will still try to inform of what I learn new, and especially I will translate when I see some word playing, minimizing all of this stuff. I will translate. See you soon, and well, keep safe.